Hi guys, this is a revision video covering Poppies by Jane Weir. So first of all, I'm just going to read the poem. 3 days before Armistice Sunday, and poppies had already been placed on individual wall graves. Before you left, I pinned one onto your lapel. Crumpled petals, spasms of paper red, distributing a blockade of yellow bias binding around your blazer. Sellotape bandaged around my hand, I rounded up as many white cat hairs as I could, smoothed down your shirt's upturned collar, steeled the softening of my face. I wanted to graze my nose across the tip of your nose, play at being Eskimos, like when we did when you were little. I resisted the impulse to run my fingers through the gelled black thorns of your hair. All my words flattened, rolled, turned into felt, slowly melting. I was brave as I walked with you to the front door, threw it open, the world overflowing like a treasure chest. A split second and you were away, intoxicated. After you'd gone, I went into your bedroom, released a songbird from its cage. Later, a single dove flew from the pear tree, and this is where it has led me. Skirting the churchyard walls, my stomach busy making tucks, darts, pleats, hatless, without a winter coat, or on reinforcements of scarf, gloves. On reaching the top of the hill, I traced the inscriptions on the wall memorial, leaned against it like a wishbone. The dove pulled freely against the sky, an ornamental stitch. I listened, hoping to hear your playground voice, catching on the wind. Great. So, Poppies is a dramatic monologue spoken by a mother whose son went to war, and she is addressing her son about memories and feelings. There is a lexical field of injury and war. A lexical field is a group of words with a related association or meaning. So in Poppies we've got spasms, blockade, graze, bandaged, and reinforcements. And these are not used actually when talking about war. So for example, sellotape bandaged around my hand, wherever that is, in there, yeah. So this suggests that the idea of war or injury is always in her mind because she's concerned about the welfare of her son. There is also a lexical field of textiles and sewing. She has difficulty speaking as her words flattened, rolled, and turned into felt, and grief makes her stomach busy making tucks, darts, and pleats. So this links ideas of sewing and caring for her child. Another key part is the quote, "Later, a single dove flew from the pear tree." This is important because doves are symbolic of peace, as well as being thought of as messengers. This may be a metaphor for his death, with the dove representing her son. The dove is later mentioned as it pulled freely against the sky. Pulled freely is an oxymoron, and those two words are in contradiction with each other. If the dove represents her son, then this could be his spirit leaving as she tries to desperately hold on to him and keep him with her. Another important line is, I went into your bedroom and released a songbird from its cage. This could reflect the mother's release of emotion as she lets out a cry, or it could be a metaphor for letting her son go. The point when her son left was particularly painful for her. We're told that she forced herself to be brave and threw the door open to get it over with quickly. However, the monosyllabic words before the door is open create a plodding sensation, like heavy steps. A monosyllabic word is a word with only one syllable, so short, brief words. Also, the excessive commas in this section create frequent caesura as though time is in slow motion. Caesura is when grammar breaks up a line of poetry. So if there's a comma or a full stop in a line of poetry. The poem is ambiguous So at times it seems like a boy getting ready for school, and at times like a soldier going to war. Did the son die? We're not really sure. The ambiguity conveys the mother's pain, as if there is only so much that she can actually convey to others about how she feels. The poem is in free verse. At first it appears tightly structured, but the stanzas vary in length. Also, enjambment is often used, and caesura is frequent. Enjambment is when lines of poetry run on without a punctuation break. So, for example, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but on reaching the top of the hill, I traced. There's not a comma to end that line. The inscriptions on the war memorial. So, trace to the inscriptions is enjambment. The form, which is unstructured and is often broken up, reflects the narrator as she tries to appear controlled, so she steeled her face and was brave, but she struggles emotionally and is breaking apart inside. A simile describes the world overflowing like a treasure chest. This shows how her son was excited about leaving and left quickly, intoxicated as if he was metaphorically drunk with enthusiasm about the adventure of going to war. A simile is used to end the poem as the mother stands by the war memorial and leans against it like a wishbone. This tells us the shape her body makes when she leans against the war memorial, and also conveys that she is wishing her child was with her. She may even be tracing his name on the memorial. Consider that wishbones are broken as a wish is made, and this woman is emotionally broken. Right, so that was my quick revision video of Poppies by Jane Weir. I hope that was helpful.